Good morning. My name is Alana Reed, and I am an Immigration Services Officer at the Portland, Maine Field Office of the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this administrative naturalization ceremony. We would like to extend our sincere appreciation to Portland High School and a Portland Adult Education for hosting our ceremony today. We have a number of people who regularly assist at our ceremonies. I'm going to ask these individuals to stand. They are Deborah Jolly, who represents the Daughters of the American Revolution. Several individuals from the League of Women Voters, including Peg Bolano, Carol Carpenter, Penelope Hamblin, Alicia Harding, Parvash Rohani, Darcy Ross, and Ann Summer. As well as Virginia Link, who represents the Mayflower Society. We would like to thank this entire group of guests that are present with us today. Additionally, we have a special representative from Senator Pingree's office, which is Skeek Frachet. At this time, we open our ceremony with the singing of the national anthem. Please join me in welcoming two Portland High School students, Jean-Benet Hakeshama, vocalist, and Victor Becca on the piano. Thank you, Victor and Jean. At this time, I would like to introduce the principal of Portland High School, Sheila Jepson, who will provide us with welcoming remarks.
Good morning, and welcome to Portland High School. We're delighted to have you with us today. It is great to see a full auditorium and so many smiling faces. Portland High School is home to students from over 40 countries who speak 25 different languages. We celebrate our diversity. It makes us who we are. Planning for this ceremony began in July by our Portland Adult Education Program, specifically Shoshana Hoos, who wrote a curriculum about immigration to Maine, and today is the culmination of her efforts, of your efforts. Our greatest thank you to Shoshana and to Glenn Nurbach, a staff member here at Portland High School, for their careful planning and organization and for including us in this celebration. We are honored to be part of the ceremony today and offer our heartfelt congratulations to you and your family. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jepson. I would like to introduce our guest speaker today. Please join me in welcoming Superintendent of Public Schools, Javier Botana.
Thank you, and good morning. I stand here today as someone whose parents sat in chairs very much like the ones you sit in back in Philadelphia in 1970. As a naturalized American citizen, I am privileged to have this opportunity to congratulate you on this most important day. Thank you to Sheila Jepson, principal here at Portland High School, and her team for hosting this event today in this historic location. Portland has a long tradition of welcoming immigrants and helping them to take the step that you are taking today. And there is no more historic location to reaffirm that tradition than this historic Portland High School. Thank you also to Portland Adult Ed staff, especially Shoshana Hoos, for coordinating this event. Portland Adult Ed has been an important party in making Portland a welcoming place and helping immigrants become Americans for over 150 years. Before there was a Portland Adult Education, there was a Portland Evening School. The Portland Evening School held its first class in 1849. At the time, the naturalization process was called Americanization. A brochure from 1921 tells us that classes included help with reading, grammar, spelling, writing, American history, and civics, and there were accommodations for different levels of English proficiency. Doesn't sound that different, right, from what you've experienced in getting here. What is different today is the environment in which this event is taking place. Throughout the history of the United States, one of the characteristics that set us apart was our eagerness in welcoming those who, like you, came here seeking to find liberty, prosperity, and hope, and welcoming those who, like you, came to avoid persecution, to flee tyranny, and to escape hate. And as you learned in your classes preparing for this event, over the years, our country's eagerness to be that welcoming place has risen and fallen like the tides. And I don't think I'm telling you anything that you don't know when I say that we are not at one of the high points in our national history. In 1965, the year I entered this country under the Cuban refugee program, the United States was a supportive and welcoming host. My family and I had tremendous support in settling down and getting a leg up. Our government, our neighbors, our institutions helped to make it possible for my parents, my grandparents, my elderly aunt, and my two brothers to find a new home here. That is the country that I came to. That is the country that I love. We have always been grateful for this welcome and have endeavored to pay it back. One of the ways in which we have paid this country back is by becoming active in supporting those who followed us, and by advocating for preserving that spirit of welcome and acceptance that we experienced. And now you have the opportunity to do that too. As you leave here today a fully vested American citizen, remember that the country that you were drawn to is now your country, and that you have the opportunity and the responsibility to preserve and maintain it for those who will follow. Stay engaged, become a registered voter, exercise that most sacred right to preserve and protect the country that we came to, that loved us and that we love back. Remember that you now have the power to make sure that we remain the beacon of those seeking liberty, prosperity, and hope, and for those fleeing persecution, tyranny, and hate. This is now your America. Let's keep it a welcoming America. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Botana. Today we have 56 candidates for citizenship representing 22 countries from around the world. For each of you, the journey to America was unique. Some of you came to join members of your family, others sought professional or educational opportunities, and some, at great risk and personal sacrifice, fled hardship and strife in your homelands. While each of your journeys was different, all of you choose to make America your adopted home and to become United States citizens. Each of you has been personally examined under oath by a designated officer. Each of you has demonstrated an understanding of the English language and knowledge of the history and civics of the government of the United States. Each of you have been found to be a person of good moral character. The investigation of the government is complete, and each of you has been found to meet all requirements of the law to be naturalized. At this time, I'm going to call the countries represented. For the audience, I ask you to please hold your applause to the end, and candidates, please remain standing. Brazil, Bulgaria. I don't see anyone standing. Brazil, Bulgaria, Cambodia. Stand up, stand up. Okay, Brazil, Bulgaria, Cambodia, Canada, China, Djibouti, El Salvador, Guatemala, Haiti, Iraq, Jamaica, Kazakhstan, Peru, the Philippines, Russia, Rwanda, Somalia, Sudan, Thailand, the United Kingdom, Venezuela, and Vietnam. Candidates, please remain standing as I invite Cindy Lambara, Portland Field Office Director, up to the podium to administer the oath of allegiance.
Thank you, Alana. Good morning, everyone. What an exciting day. Hopefully you're all going to go celebrate after this in the cold. No, find somewhere warm to go. So at this time, the moment you've been waiting for, you ready to become U.S. citizens? Yes. Okay. I'll have you raise your right hands and repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, So help me God. Please join me in welcoming our newest citizens of the United States of America.
All right. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy. At this time, I would like to invite Eunice Mukulu to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I ask everyone to please stand and remove your hats for the Pledge of Allegiance. Got it. Totally.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you, Eunice. At this time, I'd like to, everyone can sit down. I see a lot of smiling and happy tears in the audience. At this time, I'd like to present a message from the President of the United States.
My dear fellow American, it is with great pride that I welcome you into the American family. No matter where you come from or what faith you practice, this country is now your country. Our history is now your history, and our traditions are now your traditions. You enjoy the full rights and the sacred duties that come with American citizenship. Very, very special. There is no higher honor, there is no greater responsibility. You now share the obligation to teach our values to others, to help newcomers assimilate to our way of life, and uplift America by living according to its highest ideals of self-governance and its highest standards. All Americans are your brothers and sisters, and each of us must do our part to keep America safe, strong, and free. America is our home. We have no other. You have pledged allegiance to America, and when you give your love and loyalty to America, she returns her love and loyalty to you. We share one American heart and one American destiny. It is a destiny filled with love, opportunity, and hope. We celebrate this day. We welcome you into our national family. We applaud your devotion to America, and we embrace the wonderful future we will have together. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
At this time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker, Aminata Boyua Ford.
Good morning. My name is Aminata Doumbouya Ford. I am originally from West Africa, Guinea. I came to United States in 1999, seeking asylum from an arranged marriage. When I first came to Maine, I could not speak any English. I did not have anybody from my country instead of Maine. I went to Portland Adult Education to learn English, which was a great experience for me. Sorry, I'm so excited to be here today. Which was a great experience for me because I met a different student from all over the world who could not speak any English like me. I felt home, I felt welcome. When I was in Portland Adult Education, we had a free book, and we had some free winter jackets, and I really, really appreciated the instruction. While I was taking my English classes, I got my work permit. And my first job in the United States was a dishwasher. And I moved up to become housekeeper. And I work in the different factories. After that, I felt a little comfortable with my English. I went to cosmetology school to have my hairdressing license. And my goal was one day I can be able to open my own salon. And in 1999, I became United States citizen, which was great, which was very nice, because being an American, being a citizen, it's very important for me, because I can go back home and visit. I brought my mother from Africa to come here. I can vote at any election. The only thing I cannot do in the United States is to become a president. but that's okay. I have an amazing husband, and I have an amazing daughter who's 11 years old, who was born in the United States, and who's involved in a lot of stuff at school. She's in a ballet, she plays cello, she plays saxophone, she's on civil rights. So if I could not be, she could be one day a president of the United States. I welcome all the new citizens. A few years ago, I was sitting in the same chairs like you guys. I do believe with all my experience in the United States, with a patience and a very hard work, the immigrant can do whatever they want to do in this country. So, welcome my friend and family, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Aminata. At this time, we're going to have Jean Benet Hakashama and Victor Becca to perform Give Me Your Tired, Your Poor by Irving Berlin. Thank you, Jean and Victor, for another beautiful performance. Being an American is not about one's religion, the color of one's skin, or the place of one's birth. Rather, citizenship speaks to our character as a country to go beyond the differences by giving us equal rights and responsibilities. As you build your lives here, I encourage you to use your talents to be active citizens, to give back to your community and your new country through civic participation and service. Whether you contribute by volunteering with a local organization, serving in our armed forces, owning a business, running for public office, casting your vote on election day, or serving on a jury when called to serve, you will carry on our nation's proud heritage as a nation of immigrants. You will now take part in the governing process through your right to vote. We urge you to exercise this right. The representatives from the League of Women's Voters will be available outside the auditorium to provide you with a voter registration card and information on how to vote. Recognize your citizenship as an opportunity to shape a better future for yourself, your family, your community, and your new country. Through service to your country and your community, you will enrich the lives of those around you and your nation as a whole. I congratulate you on this milestone. Your hard work and determination have led you here, and I welcome you as our newest citizens. I am confident that your spirit and dedication will uphold America's tradition of providing hope and opportunity for generations of immigrants to come. Welcome to the United States. I ask that each new citizen go to the designated table where you checked in for the ceremony to receive your certificate. You were given a number on your notice, table 1 or table 2. Please report to that respective table. One of us will be there. Once again, thank you to Portland High School and Portland Adult Education for hosting this ceremony today. I'd like to extend one last thank you to Shoshana Hoos with Portland Adult Ed, Glenn Nurbeck with Portland High School, and the rest of the Portland High School staff and students. Thank you so much. Someone's ready to head out and get that certificate. Please feel free to take pictures. You can come up on the stage, and we congratulate one more time to our newest citizens. Thank you so much. All right, thank you so